Hello, glowing Firewood 50. Just a random live here. I actually just came in from working and I saw that Brad wasn't doing his live. So I thought, you know what, I'll jump on one. Wait for a few people to get in here. See if I can do this by myself. Time in the Buckeye. You're second place. Glowing 50 Firewood beats you. You're almost always first. Trying to find my own live here on my phone so I can try to keep the comments. What do we got? 8 people in here now. Dean outside Michigan, how's it going? It was a beautiful day today, and we got rain for a little bit, but the next 3 days, I'm off today and the next 3 days, and the next 3 days are supposed to be rain. So I've been outside working. Well, I would say working all day, but I had to make 3 trips to the, I guess, aggregate place, hauling stone. Oh, time in March Madness. I haven't paid attention to that at all. I'm a wrestling guy. Did you see who saw that heavyweight between Gable Steveson and Wyatt Hendrickson? That was absolutely awesome. Joseph, yeah, I'm missing Rachel. But at the same time, I am living, Zach and I, it's my 15-year-old and me are home, and we're living the bachelor life. The house is a mess. We got dirty dishes. we got shoes laying everywhere. It's what it would be if Rachel wasn't around. I'm gonna try. This is the first time I've ever done a live by myself. So I'm a slow reader, and Rachel is usually the one that keeps me on track with the comments and everything. So if I miss comments, I apologize. I'm gonna do my best. Let's see. York, how's that split fire doing? It's split fire, right? I know you bought the vertical. I'm bad at names. I'm bad at remembering what's what. I always mix up my log splitters between the ones that I don't have. Loving it. Yeah, those things, I mean, for the price, they're tough to beat. I'd love to get one, but I have too many right now. I need to sell some stuff. Let's see. Man, this is a lot harder without Rachel. 1165V. So we got 31 people now. I just came in. I've been working all day, like driving to the stone yard, getting stone, and working on the tractor and trying to film by myself, which everyone that makes content knows filming by yourself is so much harder. And it's going to be a long video. I'm going to do it. My goal is to sort of switch how we're doing our channel. I always am trying different stuff, whether it's with hunting and habitat work, how I hunt, when I harvest does, when I don't. Like, I'm always trying different stuff to see what works and what doesn't. Like with our videos, I've tried different stuff with the descriptions. I tried to learn what metadata is, all that stuff. But my goal is to eventually have a schedule. So we'll have videos, at set days and times. And I want our weekend video to be more of a, I guess, long form, but voiced over, preferably by Rachel, because I think her voice is a lot more soothing than mine. But like a voiceover, or just Rachel and I just sort of having a conversation during it, like our podcasts were when we had time and we're getting those out regularly, or like our lives are. Just Rachel and I talking while the video plays. And I think that will be just something different than a lot of people are doing out there. So Anthony Musa from Sydney, Australia. I'll tell you what, the more products I get that come from Australia or are sort of born in Australia, I really like the Yakta mower, the GB titanium bars, and there's another one. The chains, Archer chains, I've been liking. And all 3 of those are roots in Australia, I guess you could say. The Yakta mowers are made in Canada and soon to be made in the US. I believe in Tennessee they're working on a plant. That thing is a beast. I say it's like the killdozer of mowers, sort of, because it's so built. Yeah, glowing firewood. A lot of people do. I'm super, super blessed to have Rachel. So having her, one, she's better looking than I am. 2, she keeps me on track better than I do. 3, she has ideas and like she's a legit worker. So she's not just there because she's good looking. She's a true part of the channel. And we have a lot of fun and some arguments from time to time, but we will be at Hoosier. So Rachel right now is over in Italy with Nate. It was his spring break trip. I thought I cornered the market on this because my oldest boy, Joe, like in our town, usually there's 1 or 2 locations where kids go for their senior year on spring break and everyone goes together, whether it's Punta Cana or Florida or wherever it is, and and they all hang out and it's a great time. Well, my oldest son, he was like, hey, instead of going there, could we do a hunting trip? And I'm like, absolutely. I've got 3 boys and 1 girl. I'm thinking I'm gonna win this 3-1. I get 3 spring break hunting trips, which are in the fall, but it's their trip. So Joe and I went to Montana mule deer hunting, had a great time. Then Megan was next, and I knew that one was going to be a vacation. So Rachel and Megan went to Hawaii while Nate's next. And I'm like, I wonder where we're going to go hunting. And he says, I want to go to Italy and eat food. I could care less to travel to places like that. Rachel loves it. So it's perfect for her that Nate wanted to do that. They're having a blast. They're going to all different countries, like over there, like every day or 2, they're jumping on a train or a plane and going somewhere else, just exploring, seeing all the, I guess, history that a lot of people like to see. And they're having a lot of fun. But that was supposed to be a hunting trip. So now all that's left is Zachary. So I don't know if I'm getting a hunting trip or if he's going to want to go someplace like Nate did, like Italy, which it's crazy how these things advance in cost. Because our hunting trip, we rode with a friend, like sort of caravan out there. We were in a tent. It wasn't crazy expensive. The hunting licenses were the most expensive thing. But then Megan and Rachel, Hawaii, that one, increased the cost a little bit. And now we're like going to 20 different countries. So I don't know what Zach, he wanted to go moose hunting, I think in Iceland. But even though I would love that, I don't have that kind of money. Yeah, I saw that Brad moved it to next Thursday when I just came in, and I hope everything's okay. I don't know why it got moved, but I figured, you know what? I haven't done a live in a while. I would love to do scheduled lives, but my work schedule, my days off rotate, and so I can't really say we're going to do one on every whatever night because I work a lot of those nights, so it's tough to do. But I know here in Michigan, the weather was very nice today. The sun was out, it warmed up. The last few days have been cold. And I was like, man, I'm going to be outside working all day. And then for probably, I got a little bit of work done in the morning. And then for 3 to 4 hours of my day, maybe even 5 on one of the nicest days we've had, I was in my truck driving. Had to pick up Zach. He was at a friend's, had to go and pay for my shipping container because I'm getting close to that. Had to pick up and run back and forth to the stone yard. I got 3 loads of stone today. So it's like I was in the truck for a lot of one of our nicest days. Russ is here. We got a bunch of people. Russ just popped in. Just an impromptu live. I came inside and saw Brad's was postponed, so I decided I'll throw the computer up. I actually came in to eat dinner, and because it was too dark to film anymore. So I came in to eat dinner, saw that the live was postponed, and thought, you know what, I'm going to jump on a live before it's too late and everybody goes to bed or gets busy doing other things. So, Robert, you hung out with Russ today? I know you guys are in the same area. Russ, have you lined up a conveyor for Hoosier yet? So Russ is going to be at Hoosier. Rachel and I will be there. Rachel is actually getting home on Thursday. I pick him up from the airport. I think it's Thursday. I better figure that out. And then Friday of Hoosier, I work midnight till noon. I'm going to try to get out early, jump in the truck, and head down there. And we'll be there Friday and Saturday night. I wanted to camp, but Rachel nixed camping. She's like, if I'm coming home from this long trip, I'm going to be exhausted. I am going to be tired, like whatever. She doesn't want to sleep in a tent. She wants a shower. So she got us a hotel. I guess all the hotels there in, where are they at? I forget the town, but they're all sort of in the same parking lot. So, Brian, how's the conveyor treating you? I try to watch as many videos as I can, but I am about to start on my conveyor. I've been collecting parts, and I actually came into something pretty sweet. Well, I think it's going to be pretty sweet. I got to learn how to work it, but I think it's going to be pretty cool for my conveyor build. And I'm a welder now, so I can weld the whole thing together. Professional welder, sort of. Nothing that I've welded has broke yet. I am going to re-weld the sap collection trailer, and I'm going to re-weld the hitch that I made to go on the Easton made grapple. And but I've practiced a little bit instead of just opening a welder, not knowing what I'm doing, and trying to weld a project together. So all the comments have been great. So I've learned a lot. I am a professional welder. I'll probably do an online course soon so Russ can learn some welding. But I think welding's awesome. It does hold, and it doesn't look terrible. So I got the Arc Captain welder. I actually sold my Hobart welder to my buddy Jonathan because he just had an old stick welder, and it was a 220, and his service panel, it's actually Jonathan from Up to Something Outdoors who cooks my syrup, and he's been in a few of my videos. He started a YouTube channel, Up to Something Outdoors, but he lost one of his service panels, breaker panels. Something happened to it, and he lost his 220 out in his garage. I think some animals ate some wires, so they probably got cooked. But so he needed a 120 welder, and I got the Arc Captain, which I really like because I feel like it's helping me learn to weld better. And so I forget what I was saying. But yeah, so he bought that, and I got the new Arc Captain, and welding is fun, like being able to build stuff and make things, I guess, when you need them, like that hitch thing for the grapple. You couldn't buy that. No one makes one. I custom made my own, so that's cool. But yeah, I do have a ton to learn, and all the comments on the videos are what I learned from the most. So that's why I love YouTube, because I learn as much or more from people as I help people learn. Anyone that didn't see this morning's video, there is a Echo Pink battery-powered blower, and I actually got mine today. I haven't even opened it yet because, like I said, I've been out working all day. But Steve from sawsuppliers.com got a hold of me, and he was like, hey, I got these blowers. Normal price with the battery and the charger is $199.99, and it's pink because it's for breast cancer awareness or breast cancer research. So a portion of the proceeds goes to breast cancer research. And he said, you know what, because I told him about Hoosier and that we're going there, and was seeing if he wanted to throw something on the raffle table to earn money for vets. And he said, you know what, I got these breast cancer. He likes helping doing things. And he goes, I'll sell them free shipping, 30% off, which is crazy. He's losing money on every single one, but there's a link in the video, and there's already been, I want to say 4 or 5 sold just today. So that's cool because he wants to try to sell his stock. And I think he only has 25 or 30, he said. He wants to try to sell them all this month just through hardworking man. So if you need a blower, a leaf blower, and Russ just bought one for blowing off the log splitter. I mentioned in that video, I got my Milwaukee one not on accident, but I wanted the battery-powered chainsaw, which I never use. But it came in a kit with the handheld leaf blower, which I use all the time. So if you don't think you need one, you do. And that Echo one is rated higher than the Milwaukee, and you're buying it at the price the bare tool costs, and you're getting free shipping, and you're getting the battery and the charger. So I'm excited to try mine. I'm actually going to use it, I think, to blow off the conveyor that I'm going to start working on because it's covered in leaves and stuff. So I'm going to blow that one off. So, all right, Chris. Rachel is in Italy. Actually, they were in Bologna, and then they went to, I don't even know where they're at right now. They're getting up at 7:30 in the morning and jumping on a train and going somewhere else. But they're over in the Italy area, I guess, with Nate, our senior, for his spring break trip. So, but our Saturday morning video is featuring Rachel. So you guys don't have to worry. I thought ahead, and I know you guys love her. So I got a video before she left. Brian, you probably, I see you're 120 welder from Harbor Freights than everything you've asked for it. You maybe know more about welding than I've welded some stuff together, and some of it sticks and some of it doesn't. But I am learning and getting so much better. And it's a lot of fun. I did have one time though where the battery was, I got one of the auto darkening helmets and the battery was dead and I didn't realize it. And that really made me not be able to see good for a little bit. Rachel's out of town, out of the country, and I can't control myself. Jay, I have made it a goal to stop buying big things. I have one more committed big purchase, and then I am going to sell some things. I'm going to sell my bad boy lawnmower. I've got the gooseneck trailer. I've got the NO Series N&N dump trailer. I've got my 2012 dually Duramax that I'm selling. I've got a 07 Silverado that my son's driving right now that I'm going to sell. I got a four-wheeler that I'm going to sell. I've got a pile of stuff to sell. But until I sell it, I spent Rachel's kitchen money, and I spent all of every money because I went on a little spending spree, which Rachel says is my ADHD. She says I'm impulsive, so it's not even really my fault. Yeah, Brian, I'm trying to get mine to hold and look good, but no matter what I say. So, that's what I was saying earlier. Our captain used some of my footage in a Facebook ad for their welder. Man, I'm getting roasted on there bad, but that's all right. Because I'm not, if people would have watched the video, they would see that I said, I don't know how to weld. I just got this welder and I just literally took it out of the box. And that was my first attempt. But yeah, they haven't watched the video. They just see the clips from the R Captain thing. And they're like, oh, every hobbyist thinks they're a professional. Oh, this guy's terrible. I almost died when he said that's my best weld ever. Like, whatever, man. You guys have your fun on Facebook. If you would have watched the video, you would know I said I'm not a professional and I don't know what I'm doing. And that's evident by the fact that that was at that time my best weld ever. But now I've gotten way better. Jimbo, I haven't listed anything for sale yet because well, everything I want to do a couple little things to before I sell them. And I don't really love Marketplace because people say, oh, I'm coming. Like I've had people like I'm on my way and then they don't show up and I'm sitting here waiting for them or, because when I give someone my word, it's my word. So if you say you're coming and I say, all right, I'll hold it for you. I've had people message me, hey, I'll give you an extra $500. I'm like, no, I got a guy coming. I gave him my word. Like, I'm not going to sell it out from under him. I've had people offer me a lot more money to sell something. Like, I'll come right now. I'm 10 minutes away. Like, nope, this guy's coming. And then the guy don't show up. So I'm sitting there for 2 hours waiting for him when I have stuff I have to go do. He doesn't show up. Like, then the guy that was going to buy it, he's gone. And I don't know. I just like taking my stuff to an auction. They get you on the commission, the online auctions, but I drop it off and then a check comes in the mail and I usually do pretty good. So, the safety police are everywhere. So I always say, like, if I'm feeling good about myself, if I feel like, man, I've been doing things good. I haven't almost knocked my head off with a branch. I haven't, whatever. I'll either just make a video cutting down a tree or welding because you're going to get shred. Those two things, you could cut down the most perfect tree ever and weld the best weld ever, and you're going to get told you don't know what you're doing and you're an idiot. So if you ever need to just get knocked down a peg or two, just cut down a tree or weld something, which my welds aren't great anyway, but I've seen people that can weld and they get lit up anyway. So, weld on ports to the hydraulic tank suction side from 3/4 to 1. So yeah, you probably know how to weld. I actually don't, but I'm learning. Like I am, going to, well, my plan is maybe somebody here will tell me that it's a terrible idea. Jonathan, my buddy from Up to Something Outdoors, a lot of his channel, what he does, he scraps boats and makes money off from it. He'll buy, the boats that are in people's yard they just want to get rid of, and he takes them apart and breaks them down, sells parts, scrap stuff, takes them to the dump. But he has a 50-gallon square aluminum boat tank that I am going to trade 2 trailer wheels for that are off from the small ones from my sap collection trailer. So I'm going to trade them for that tank. And my plan is to build a auxiliary fuel tank for recreation fuel. And I have a feeling I'm going to have to put a new port on it for the pump to screw into. And that's aluminum. And I have the aluminum welding gun for the R Captain, but I need a different tank and I need some, and I don't know if aluminum's harder to weld or not, but I might have to weld that fitting on if I can even find one to weld on. I was going to put a grounding strap to the ground, put a grounding rod in the ground. So when I take it to the gas station and fill it, and then where I put it, wherever it's going to be. So I have my rec fuel and don't run out in the middle of a video and not have any, and put a grounding strap to try to be safer. So yeah, I thought aluminum's harder to weld, but I'm a professional. So, I mean, how hard can it be? Worst case scenario, I blow myself up because I'm welding an old fuel tank with fumes in it, right? And hopefully I get it on video and Rachel can share it with the world. Yeah, so I thought I was doing my prep work good because I was grinding what I was going to weld, but people said with MIG welding, you want to grind like a half inch or an inch past where you're welding, which I didn't know that. So again, something I learned. Man, you guys are crushing my hopes for making this. Maybe I'll JB weld it. I don't know if I've missed some comments. Oh yeah, shorts and hey dudes, Jay. I've gotten better at safety equipment, and not just because of the PPE police, but because I've learned how dangerous this can be. And I still do stuff. I'll cut without chaps. I'll cut without a helmet or a face mask, and almost rearranged my face the other day with that beach limb. I thought I dodged that thing, and when I played back the video in super slow-mo, my finger was still on the trigger when that thing just didn't hit me in the face. And I literally thought that I got out of its way. I came in the house and I told Zach, I said, I almost just got my face knocked off, but I dodged it, and I didn't dodge anything. God just put his hand there and stopped it for me. Okay, to make sure there's no fumes, soap in it and blow air so the suds. Because I know fumes can be in there even when you, like, it's an old, probably had stale gas in it that you can't even light on fire. But I know fumes are a lot more dangerous than the liquid because they seem to ignite better and whatever. I just wanted to be careful. Jay, if you don't try in life, you can't fail. And I say all the time, the key to success is failure, because you're not going to succeed if you're not trying. And if you're trying, you're going to fail. And I'm not afraid to try anything, and almost to a fault, because I'll climb a tree or get whatever and cut it down. And this stuff's dangerous, but I don't know. I don't have a fear, which is bad. I used to be afraid of snakes, but I'm not even afraid of them anymore. Brian says hire someone to weld the aluminum. I might. I don't even know if I'm going to have to weld it yet. I'm just assuming I will. I should get that on a shirt. The key to success is failure. Easy to burn aluminum. Yeah, I haven't done it for years, Jeff. Jimbo. I do. I know. I'll share my mistakes. Some people edit them out, and I ain't afraid to be called dumb. I'll put it out there, because if I figure, like when I cut that branch in the grapple, I knew that was a bad idea. I do stuff all the time I know is a bad idea, but I think I'll be okay. And I figure if I do something that's dumb and either get hurt or wreck something or almost get hurt, if I share that and it saves one person from being dumb like I was and not getting hurt, it's worth it. It's worth all the people telling me I'm dumb. So, Fulker Thomas wants to know full cord challenge is coming up. Which Russ, I thought, where's you and Kevin? You got another guy now, but you can only use two. Russ is he was supposed to have his out. I think he's waiting for me and Rachel to do ours so he can try to beat us. But I just have been the story of my life so busy that I haven't got set up for it. I did bring logs home. I have plans. My problem right now, I still don't have a conveyor, which is key because if you got to get that wood away, that's a lot of time. Ted, how's it going? Miller Stumps and Firewood just checked in. Yeah, just doing for those that are newer, just an impromptu live, which I want to start scheduling them a little more regularly. But with my job, it's tough. But I saw that Brad's was postponed, and I thought I'd jump on because we all look forward to these lives and chatting and hanging out. So I don't know if Russ left us. Russ was supposed to be. I'm trying to see if he's doing his full cord challenge soon because his splitter is the fastest splitter. It might be one of the fastest. It is one of. It might be the fastest commercial splitter made. Definitely the fastest gas commercial splitter made. But mine is faster with wood in it because it's got a little slower cycle time, but it stays in stage one longer because it's more powerful. So I have to try to use that to my advantage. Like the Easton made, man, I told you my brain doesn't work good. That jet fuel in the military. The Easton made, not the 24D. That thing flies, but it slows down a little more with wood in it. So I think it's probably faster than my splitter, empty, but with wood in it, I think mine's faster, especially through a multi-split wedge. But Russ's doesn't slow down much either, and that thing just cooks. When he was here, man, how fast that thing is crazy. And it's only like maybe half a second faster than mine, but that's a lot when you're down to 2-second range. So how was everyone else's weather today? Because here in Michigan, it was nice, finally. It's been cold. We had a couple real hot days, which were terrible because I'm trying to do maple syrup this year, collecting the sap, and the forecast and the weather looked perfect this year. Like we're going to have a super long run. And then we had probably 2 or 3, maybe 4 scattered 70-degree days, and it just crushed our maple season. So I'm going to try to get up tomorrow or the next day and collect, and that'll probably be the last collection of the year. Ted, rain all day there. Our next 3 days are supposed to rain. The kinetic splitters are the fastest, I would say, but they're much more limited in what they can split. Like on my all wood, that thing, my muscle wood, I can put a 20-inch whatever round on there and push it through an 8-way, and it's still doing it in 3 seconds. One push. I want Bobby to build me a 16-way, like the boxy one, like the Easton Made has. That's my favorite wedge all time, the Processor 16-way box wedge from Easton Made. Like that ash that I got, oh, man, it'd just be one push and done, the perfect size splits. Robert, beautiful out there. Yeah, we got, snow. Yeah, you guys got hit. It's crazy how different weather is everywhere. Rachel and Nate, luckily over there in Italy, they've had perfect weather every single day they've been there so far. Like 60s, partly sunny with a light breeze. They've walked over 8 miles the last 2 days, just going around, looking at everything. Let's see. Beautiful. That's Robert. Read that one. Yeah, they are faster in person than on video. Like everyone that's run my splitter, like which hasn't been a lot of people, they pull those levers and everyone says that they just wow is their first thing. When Brent was here, as soon as he turned it up and he ran it, he just said wow. Like you can't help yourself. Like my last muscle wood was like a 4-second cycle time, and I thought when I got it, I was like, this is too fast. But then you get used to it. And then you're like, man, this is taking forever. And Russ said he's already used to his about 2 second cycle time. But yeah, in person they're way faster, and we'll see. We're gonna see because here at Hoosier, as long as we get a conveyor, if we don't get a conveyor, we're gonna have to have people sign waivers to not sue us for tennis elbow or tossing wood because I'm bringing the table and Russ is having his splitter and we're gonna pair them up. And with that table, you don't ever have to stop with a crew of people like we have at Hoosier because you just keep feeding that table and someone can feed the rounds down to the splitter, and we could probably set a world record for cord split on a splitter in one day if we keep that thing. Jay knows. Jay was cramping up at the end the first year we brought our Allwood and our table. Like there wasn't the number of people there. I'll bring the 8-way too, Russ. I will bring that. That's a good idea and see how it works on your machine. But there wasn't the number of people there in year 1 of Hoosier as there was in year 2. And I'm sure year 3 is going to be even better. But so year 1, anyone who was there, they left absolutely smoked because we did 30 plus full cord of wood in one day. And it wasn't a huge work group, if that makes sense. Like we were working, like Rachel and I that day, because a storm came in. So we packed up the tent. We went to a hotel. We literally got in the shower, mud ran down the drain, and we both fell in bed. And that was it. It was a wrap. Jay was cramping up. Like it was, man, it was something. People that weren't there in year 1 will never understand what year 1 was. That's true, Greg. I do work. Well, everyone says Rachel's faster at everything than me, which she probably is because I am always trying to go fast because fast is fun. But she's just smooth, and smooth is fast. Russ, you're back. People were asking when the full cord challenge is coming. They're starting to think you're waiting for Rachel and I to go so you can try to steal some of our ideas and try to beat us. Yeah, you were there. BGW, I can't remember. I'm terrible with names. Rachel's the name person. But yeah, you got the record for driving. Or were you there year 1? Because I know you were there year 2. You drove there in year 2. Yeah, second year. Yeah, it was torture. But it was fun. It's a memory you'll never forget, man. You almost die making firewood. All right, Russ says before Hoosier, which is this Friday, right? Is it this Friday? I don't even know what day it is. But he's going to have his full cord challenge out. The Millers do have I think you do have the record, but not many people have done it. And that's sort of our fault because we started it in the winter, and it's tough to do that stuff in the winter. So it was a bad thing. But Russ was here, and we had the opportunity, so we kicked that video out. And then K&L and 765 guys, they beat us with the 24D. But they might have had a couple little bit bigger pieces, and they had a conveyor. The conveyor is what did it. Because we had to keep moving the truck, and plus Russ and I had never worked together before. So that was our first time ever working together. And we did a 9-minute and 6-second full cord, which is cooking. Russ just had to pull levers. I was the one having to run the wood. Let's see. But it's not even about, it is about winning because everyone's competitive, but it's about just doing it and having fun and the camaraderie. Like when I did the face cord challenge, like the camaraderie and everything, people trying to win and trying to do this. But people were running that face cord challenge with box store splitters. They knew they weren't going to win, but it shows the difference in all the machines. So there is no but. The 24D is the OG. The 24D is fast, but it doesn't have the power with the wood in it that our new ones do. Like my splitter, I have only hit second stage on my machine maybe 5 times out of everything I've split. It stays in stage 1. So it's 3 seconds empty, but it's 3 seconds with wood in it, which is what's crazy about it. I know from watching Hoosier. I'm not sure what your dirt road landing. So we cheated year two. We brought the Dyna, and it was cake year two because Chris Wolf, yeah. But we brought the Dyna, and there wasn't a lot of processor logs, and that thing can make wood so fast. So Rachel and I got to hang out a lot more because we would just fire it up every once in a while and let people run it and get footage. And Shibe ran it, and then Jason Backyard Firewood, his daughter Leah, she ran it. She loved it. That was awesome. She was running. She wanted to just run that thing all day, so we let her run it a lot. But I'll be bringing the table, which is the sweetest thing. That the custom job that Bobby and the guys did on that was awesome. We didn't expect it. We didn't. I just asked him because the guy that bought my splitter wanted my table. So before I sold it, I had to get a hold of Bobby and say, "Hey, well, can you make me another one, and how much?" And he said, "Yep." And I said, "All right, cool. Can you try to make it match the splitter?" I had no idea what they were doing, and I absolutely crushed it with that thing. Rachel couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. That thing's just sweet. But it won't look as good with Russ's green. The red, white, and blue with Russ's green, it's going to clash. But yeah, so we brought the Dyna, and it was easy for us. But this year, so I'm bringing the table. I got the ported 7310, and I'm going to bring my 25cc Echo and my 50cc Echo and my 73cc Echo. And that's 3 different classes of saws, and they're all ported by Dino Joe, and they're all crazy compared to what they were before. Well, the 7310 I haven't even opened yet. It's still in the box, but I have to believe it's going to be crazy. So I'll have those saws and get to run some saws a little bit. But I think a lot of the cutting's going to get done Friday, and I'm going to get there a little late Friday because I work till noon, and it's about a 5 or 6 hour drive. So yeah, Russ, when these things warm up too, we've been running them too cold a lot because it's been cold in winter. Like once that hydraulic fluid gets temp, they were even faster. I think yours will hit a little stage 2 with the 8-way on it. Yeah, Joe, Rachel is still, well, not in Italy anymore, but somewhere over there. So yes, Rachel and Nate are over there having a good time. Joe, are you coming this year to Hoosier? I know you were there last year and had a good time. Edkin, that Evo is pretty sweet. I can't wait. That's going to be at Hoosier, the diesel Evo, and I can't wait to run that thing. I think it's got some better things than the Dyna that we run, and some things that aren't as good as the Dyna. Like the fact that on that Dyna, the rapid split, that you just tap a button and it splits it, that's awesome. If Andrew adds that to the Evo and that 16-way wedge and the auto saw, I mean, that would be, and it does cost a little less than the Dyna, but both can kick some wood out, man. It's like once Rachel and I start running that ash through our Dyna, I think we could do our full load. We could do that full load in one day. I almost want to just to do it and make the video, but I also don't want to because I don't want to do it all in one day because I like having different days to do different things. Yeah, Jay skid loader. There's going to be so much stuff there this year. Yeah, Russ and I are gonna do a head-to-head. He's gonna have 2 brand new chain loops, 20-inch bars on one stock 7310, and then my ported 7310, and we're gonna compare so people can see the difference between what a port job does to an Echo, because you can't explain it. It's crazy. Greg, Mike is liking that Evo. I've been watching that. I don't watch anyone's channel as much as I used to because I don't have time. I'm behind on comments. I am like, having a YouTube channel is awesome, but it's also makes it a lot harder to watch YouTube because you're so busy dealing with yours. And so I try to watch as much as I can, but the Morgans, I haven't watched a lot lately, but he got that Evo, and I had to see what he thought of it and just watch him run it. Yeah, Jimbo. Leah liked the Ultra. Leah was having the time of her life. I don't know if they're coming this year or not. I hope they do. I should bring all my chains and send them with you for Gramps to sharpen. Then you can mail them back. Yeah, Edkin, that 16 way, man. If you got the right wood, I don't know why no one else has tried to make that thing yet. Let's see. I'm trying to read these comments. I don't know if Brian, did he get the 16 way? I don't know that he did. I know he had the 8 way and the 6 way. And speaking of 6 way, the 6 way, 4 way, 2 way, I didn't even think of it. That flippable wedge that we have on those Allwoods, it's actually 3 because you can drop. It's a disappearing 4 way, so it's a 2 way, a 4 way, and a 6 way, and you can change it without picking up more than 2 pounds, which is nuts. And in seconds, like I mean, a few seconds because you got to undo those bolts, but. Oh, where did Joe answer? Joe. Mike said he's going with or without me. Joe, come. You don't need 2 arms. You hold your camera in the other arm. It's a good time, man. I know you didn't know what to expect, but I know you had a good time there. And anyone that went to the dinner, the dinner on Saturday night, I had a couple of maybe a few too many beverages, but we had a good time there at the Texas Roadhouse. Brian, I didn't see your short. I'll have to check it out. I saw the train thing, the train wood rack, but I didn't get to watch it yet. But I'll have to check your short out. Let's see. I know Timber Cutter Patriot's going to be there again this year. The fellowship was fun. We've done that. Have we done that 2 years? No, we did it last year. I was a COVID super spreader. But the weather, man, it just rained and rained and rained. It was just a muddy mess. I'm not sure what you're saying, Greg. I'm bad at keeping up with these comments. If you and Rachel helped Mike out, it would be lights out. Oh, the dinner they put on is good. And the raffle. I got some cool stuff I'm bringing to the raffle. Oh, I didn't see any videos today. I've been out working all day. So maybe he did have the 16 way on. Oh, Todd, you were there. You know it. Actually, Todd, it was no Jeremiah. It was Jeremiah saved our Hoosier video from year one because we had the table there and Rachel put stickers on from every single person that was there that we got a sticker from, and she did a little talk about them. Well, our mics had died and we didn't know it, so we got home to do the video and we had no audio. But Jeremiah from Outdoors in the 608, he had the videoed the same thing, and so he was able to send me the audio and we patched it into our video and no one could even tell. So that worked out well. But yeah, Todd, you'll be there, right? Todd just got a new Coyote. I don't know how he got by without it, and I absolutely beat on my Coyote today. I got myself into a challenge with a stump with the Easton Made grapple and my Coyote, and people are going to comment on the video when it comes out that they would never let me use their equipment and whatever. But that's one thing I like doing here on Hardworking Man. If I have equipment or something that I recommend, it's been tested and abused and overused. I beat the heck out of that grapple today, and it did everything I asked of it. And I actually did almost break my tractor. I got a root kicked up and wedged between the oil filter and the fan and was making this god awful noise. And instead of shutting it off like I knew I should, I tried to drive out of it first and I ended up having to shut it off. But all right, let me try to catch these comments a minute. Yeah, Edkin, are you gonna be at Hoosier? Because I'm telling you, I know Todd likes his steels. He likes his 400 and his 261, but if you guys run a ported Echo, you're gonna one, they don't have the computers, and they're monsters, man. Russ ran my 501P ported, and he couldn't believe it. That saw, it's a 50cc saw, and you can lean on it. I'm excited to run my 7310. Like I said, it's still in the box. But and even that 25cc saw, it's a 25cc, the smallest gas powered rear handle saw made. And since it got ported, you can literally buck up like 10-inch rounds with it pretty decently. Oh yeah, Edkin, if you came, you would run my Echoes, and then maybe you'd change your mind about those expensive crooked cutting steels. Russ, even if we don't get a conveyor, you're not going to have to slow down because there's woodchuckers. There will be a team of people at the end of the splitter just peeling wood and throwing it. Like there's not going to be any lack of people working. At least there can't be, because year one we got it done and we had probably 20% of what's going to be there this year. And we didn't have a conveyor on the all wood until the end of the day. And I was sore from throwing wood. We were chucking wood all day. And then at the end of the day, a bunch of the splitters were shutting down, and there was Andy, I can't think of his channel name. He had a 916 and he had a Wolfridge conveyor. And Rachel goes, "Why don't you put that conveyor at the end of the Allwood?" And we did, and that was a game changer. I don't know why I haven't bought a conveyor yet, but yeah, dealership's huge. Uh, Todd saying he likes the steels because of the dealer availability. So yeah, that's big. Neighborly Homestead, and I'm terrible with names, but yes, I got it back, but it's in the box in the garage. I haven't opened it yet because I was trying to get my project I was working on today a lot more done before the rain. Yeah, Brian, if you run a 501, I liked it before it was ported. And after it's ported, the thing's an absolute monster. And I just got a new bar for it, a new chain off Saw Supplier. I buy that stuff. Like, he doesn't give me that stuff. I see what I want to try, and I bought the Oregon VersaCut, maybe it's the aluminum embedded bar, because I want to try that out. Yeah, the expensive crooked cutting steels. Now, steel, I love my 044. I'm just not a big fan of all the computerization and the electronics. And I know some people love them and they're great when they work, but when they don't, they're expensive. And you can't even fix it yourself. You got to like take it to someone with a computer to fix your chainsaw. That's crazy to me. Yeah, Outdoors with Andy, that was it. And I think he's changed his channel name. He went through some stuff and he changed up and he stopped his channel for a while. And I don't know if it's back. I was trying to catch it. Like I said, it's hard to watch, but I've got a 260, not a 261. I bought it off Marketplace for 100 bucks or 125 bucks. And I've since put more into it than it's worth. I could have just bought a new one. Let's see. Yeah, Ed, can the 501P doesn't weigh hardly anything, and there's more power than you'd ever imagine out of a 50cc saw. I do like that 040. I got that early 044 that I stole off Marketplace. I bought it in Canada from the original owner. I got the hat that he got with it when he bought it. He was a homeowner. I got like 5 or 6 bars with it, a bunch of chains, all kinds of stuff. And if I remember correctly, I paid 250 or 300 US dollars for it. And it's the early one, the 10mm pin. I don't know what that stuff means, but I know that one's more sought after and runs a little different, I guess. But yeah, I try not to run it too much because I don't want to break it, being that it is what it is. But yeah, Neighborly Homestead, I will say I did ask Joe because I was going to go pick it up, but he was going on vacation for spring break. And we had basically one day that I was going to be able to go and do the wrap up video with the 7310 with Joe. And it was right before I had to pick Rachel up, right before Hoosier. So he shipped it to me. But I asked him, I said, how'd it do? And he said it did good. And he told me the reason I bought that saw was because he said that they get real close to my Makita, the Sax Dolmar that I was running that today. Anytime I run that saw, people are like, what is that? Where can I get one? And the answer is you can't unless you find one used, or BGW. He says you can get them in South America still, I believe. But that saw is a monster. So if this 7310 is anything like it, yeah, because I really love that 7310. The more I ran it pre-porting, it was waking up, like it was breaking in, and it's balanced well. It feels good in the hand. Aberley Homestead, go on sawsupplier.com, buy Echo CS501P, have it shipped straight to Joe from Dino Joe, worksaws.com, get it ported, and he'll ship it straight back to you. And it's probably going to be, at that point, I don't know what a 261C costs. You'll be in it for a little bit more, but I think you'll like it better. A lot of the old saws are good. Jeff, Boonville, I don't know. I have to check my work schedule and see how everything's going. Like, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I don't know what we're going to until